Tuesday, lower body. We have an EMOM. That stands for every minute on the minute. Before I go into my whole spiel, let me see if we have done an EMOM this month. We have not. So you can see how to set it on your timers page, but basically it stands for every minute on the minute. That means every minute at the minute mark, for however many minutes you have it set, the timer's gonna beep. Every time it beeps, that means you start moving in some way, okay? So with this one, we have odd minute, even minute. So when your timer starts and it goes 3, does it go 3, 2, 1? Or it goes 1, yeah. No, 1. It always counts from 3, right? 3, 2, 1, go, 3, 2, 1, done? I don't know. Either way, whichever way it counts, say it does 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. You're on odd minute because you're on minute number 1. So you're gonna do goblet squats. Then when you take your rest till it beeps again. Then it's gonna beep on minute 2, you're gonna do your frog bridge to crunch. Then you're done, you're gonna rest. Then it's gonna beep and you'll be on minute 3, you're gonna do your goblet squats. Minute 4, frog bridge to crunch. Minute 5, goblet. Minute 6, frog. Minute 7, goblet. Minute 8, so you see what I'm saying? It just rotates. You're doing one thing every minute and it's rotating between odd and even minute. You're gonna pick somewhere between 14 and 20 minutes. It needs to be even, like it's gotta be 14, 16, 18, or 20. I put down here, you're picking the number of reps per exercise. So what I normally do is I just start at the highest. Like when I make these up, I have a range. I start with the hardest. So I would do 14 goblet squats on my odd minutes, 14 bridge to crunch on my even minutes. See how that goes. If it's taking you way too long, then drop down to maybe 12 or drop down to 10, whatever it is. So you're gonna do your goblet squat, which is your weighted squat. We've talked about these. Your goblet squat, where you have to do a full sit. So you're doing somewhere between 10 and 14, okay? And then on the second minute, you're doing frog bridge to crunch. So frog bridge to crunch is just how your legs are. So normally we would do bridge, crunch, bridge, crunch. Frog is gonna be like this. So your legs are like flared out, okay? Frog bridge to frog crunch. Frog bridge to frog crunch, okay? So you're kind of pushing off the outside edge of your shoes. Frog bridge to frog crunch. When you frog crunch, you just reach into the middle of your legs. Frog bridge to frog crunch, okay? So all that's doing is just working different parts of your butt and leg when you do the frog bridge, and then the same thing, it works a different part of your abs when you do the frog crunch. So once again, you're gonna pick the number of reps that you are doing for your squats and for your frog bridge crunch things. And the way it works per minute is, say you do 14 goblet squats. When you're finished, say it took you 30 seconds, now you have 30 seconds until it's gonna beep again and you start your frog bridge to crunch, okay? So that's how you can tell if you need to do more or less. So if you pick 10 goblet squats and you finish and you have 45 seconds of that minute left till it beeps again, you need to do more. If you pick 14 squats and it took you 45 seconds and you only have a 15-second rest, you're probably gonna wanna lower that number eventually, if not immediately, because the more that you go on, the more tired you're gonna get, and you're gonna end up going slower. So that's the catch and the beauty of the every minute on the minute, is that it's kind of a race against the clock, but within every minute, because you want to go fast so you have more rest, but the faster you go, the more tired you're gonna be more quickly, okay? So there is a kind of a sweet spot to be, but eventually what might happen is, like, say you pick 20 minutes and you're doing whatever numbers that you pick. You might be getting 30 seconds of rest for a few rounds. Then it might get a little bit slower to 35 seconds for a few rounds. Then towards the end, you might get, it might take you 40 seconds. That's okay. If you're gradually getting slower, but you're still being able to rest, that's fine. You only are gonna panic or be like, okay, I need to drop down, if it's like, you're at the point where you're only getting 10 seconds of rest or less, and you're not close to being done yet, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up getting no rest, okay? So if that whole idea confuses you, you can message me and I can explain it to you, but the concept is the beeper's gonna beep every minute on the minute. You're gonna alternate these two exercises every other minute, and the way that the rest works is when you are finished with that exercise, look at your timer. How many seconds are left? You want to kind of gauge that and say, okay, I have 30 seconds left, that's good. I know I don't have good stamina, or I know I don't have good endurance. Let me stay right here, okay? Because you also don't want it to be too easy. So for me, if I'm doing something that's like difficult, like burpees, thrusters, something like that, and I start off at 30, I know it's gonna go down close to 40, not that shortly after. If it was something like this for me, these aren't gonna take a lot out of me. I would probably wanna start off around 35, it taking me 35 to 40 seconds, because I know I'm not gonna get much slower, okay? So if you've never done one of these, you can start cautiously, but they are fun. Maybe you don't think that. I think they're fun because it's just a different type of challenge. So if you've never done it, it's all right. There's only one this whole entire month.